Hey, welcome back to another episode of Johnscryptotherapy. On today's episode, we're going to look at Bitcoin, we're going to look at OMI and see exactly what is happening to the crypto cycle or the crypto market in general, right? So we do see this beautiful dump, this corrective dump to the downside, and now a lot of people are panicking. They're wondering, what is the next move? If you're a trader, you already understand what to do. If you're an investor, you are going to be slight on edge, especially because you're seeing a lot of reds in the market. So for this purpose, take this as an opportunity to understand there's great timing for the markets to do the certain things it does. For us as investors and traders, we want to take advantage of this, look for the key levels, and start to buy your favorite tokens. But for this purpose, I'm going to go through the analysis on what Bitcoin's going to do, give you a heads up on Bitcoin and of course on OMI, our favorite token that we like to cherish, and see exactly what the future has to hold for both of them. So let's get started right here. So we talked about Bitcoin in my previous video and we talked about why it's important to define your structure. We had a beautiful structure right here, roughly around the 44,832 level. This was a strong level. We were looking for the side up to the upside. We wanted to see a clear break and of course a candle to close above structure. And when I say a candle close above structure, I do mean a full candle, a body of the candle closing above structure to show me strength to the upside. This is what we wanted to see to start to build the momentum, to start to build and increase our favorable odds to the upside. But we did not get that. We got a reversal. We understood that there was a possibility that price was going to reverse at this key level. We did dictate that as well. I said if price does not break above and does not give you that close, look for the retest entry strategy. This is a strategy that I teach to my students and it's a very profitable strategy once you understand how to do it. So this strategy is basically simple. Once you find your realm inside of a pattern or a channel, what you do is if you don't get a key breakout, all you do is look for the retest inside the channel to get the most out of that channel. So what I'm talking about is simple. We go to the lower time frame, we dictate what is the key level that we're looking for. We do see that before in our previous structure, we had a double top right here, and this double top gave us confirmation price was going to go down. Once again, price came back to that key level, and guess what? It did not break above structure. We had a lot of information for us to see that price was going to go down short. So once again, when price went back down short, it dramatically went down, and these are going to be our entries for the long term for the short position. Short is another way of saying I'm looking to sell, and long is another way of looking to buy. So right now we came back into a key level in the market, and we have to always look left of structure and see how this previous support can absolutely become future support. So for that purpose, what we're looking for now is to see if we're going to get a reaction at this level. What kind of reaction we're looking for is a positive reaction. If we're looking for a bullish move, that's a positive reaction. We want to see key levels broken before we start to move up. Be a great trade, but of course, this is kind of in a danger zone. Why do I say that? This is where a lot of new traders will start to lose money. Reasons why, if you do put your stop loss here, most often than not, you will see price maybe going lower, then it will start to pump up and you lose your trade. So this happens psychologically because your stop loss is not at a key level. So just for that purpose, guys, look left of structure, always find a good level to put your stop loss. Once again, if price does go up, everybody will start to jump in, and this could be a momentum move for price to break down as well. This is very close towards the downside move, but the good thing about all of this, guys, and the real truth about being a trader in general is we still have great validation for us to still be bullish. As much as people might say this is such a bearish move and everything like that, we got to put into perspective what really happened, what really transpired. Here we were super bearish. Why? Because price was making lower lows and lower highs, and we were in a downwards move. So once again, this downwards move lasted for a long period of time. Let's do it from here all the way to the breakout. That's going to be exactly 88 days, 3 months or so. That is a long time of a bearish move. Now we finally get that breakout, and this breakout is not showing me bearish signs. This is more of consolidation, maybe sideways action, or even bullish momentum. And this is good for us to see because we want both of this to happen. We want to see price break out of this wedge, and it broke out and it's going sideways. That is consolidation. And also it is giving us comfortability that yes, we will slowly see price reacting and going back up. The reasons why I am still bullish than ever is due to the fact that when you're looking at crypto and you're looking at Bitcoin and you're looking at historical data, just for reference, this all the time it actually happens when you look at it, guys. We have a head and shoulders right there, right? This is the same formation we have on on the other side. Head and shoulders typically happen at top reversals. This is a pattern to give a lot of clues to sellers to say, you know what, we're going to get a dramatic reversal. Once we get that reversal, a huge dump occurred. So once again, we do have that head and shoulders right here, and this is the formation we were looking for. This is the key formation that we're looking to break above that structure of this neckline. Why do I say this is really important? Because it's giving us confirmation as traders and validation to say to ourselves, hey, look at the market. It's giving us direction that it slowly wants to pump up. Yes, it did not make a higher high in the previous high. It made an equal high, but it did make a higher low. And that's what we need to start understanding. The patterns will slowly diversify and slowly switch as long as we're in the markets and validating. The other thing that I do want to talk about is this head and shoulders did form absolutely another wedge right here. And this wedge right here was an ascending wedge. Ascending wedge gave us confirmation of a breakdown and of course the neckline break. But when we look at this beautiful move, we're coming from a huge wedge. Of course, the head and shoulders is not as big, but it has a key level that it's making sense. When you look left of structure, this is a level in the market where a lot of people were indecisive. A lot of people wanted to give up on crypto. So this is where it should have formed, and it absolutely did. So psychologically, it kind of does make sense. But the other thing that we need to worry about is, yes, it could still go lower. That's the other thing about crypto. We need to start putting into play, crypto can do anything. And that's why as a trader, what we want to do is look for the key breakout. So when we're looking at this beautiful move, all we want to see is this. If price continues to go up, we're looking for buying opportunities, looking to take profit at the top of this move. We're not expecting for the price to go all the way up here because that is not a trader. That's more of an investor. As a trader, we want to hit our take profits, get out of the trade, and look for another executions for other opportunities. So for this purpose, we're not going above structure like here to look for that clear break. If price does break above structure, then sure, this will absolutely be hit, and we will look for other targets to justify what is going to happen next. But this purpose, let's just keep it simple. If we do have reversal patterns we're looking for, the retest trading strategy that I like to teach, then we're going to look to buy. If price does not give us that retest strategy and it dumps on us and we do have a close below structure, guys, this is the key word. If it does close below structure and it is a red candle, if it is a red candle, we are going to look for opportunities to sell the market. This is a strategy that I like to teach. We like to be ready when the punch is happening. So for this purpose, if it does break to the downside, what I'm going to do is look for that key level to be broken and go towards the bottom of this wedge. But of course, it might not happen like that. What we could see is a breakout. We could see a retest of the previous structure. Then of course, we could see that breakdown to the downside. So don't be worried. Right now, we're still in a good spot. This is still giving us confirmation that this is a strong level in the market. And for the market right here, this is such a key level of support. So we don't really have a lot to worry about. Let's keep it simple. Let's roll with the punches and see what's happening. So for this sake, right now, we're still looking for price to do what it needs to do. If it doesn't break to the downside, we're looking to buy to the top of this zone. If it does break this zone, we're looking to buy. If it breaks below this and we have a close, remember guys, the definition of a close is not a wick, it's the body. If it closes below structure, look for your entries and look to target at the bottom of your channels, your wedges. This is going to be a great confirmation. Other than that, keep it simple. And let's just say right now, we're looking for that retest strategy. Look to trade sideways until we get that key breakout. Yes, it can happen right away. That's why as a trader, what I recommend is put your alerts out because you want to be there right away. As a trader, we want to be ahead of the move. We care so much about momentum. If momentum is already depleting, what's the point of jumping into a trade halfway? That does not make sense. Jump in right away when the key breakout happens with the perfect breakout strategy or the perfect retest strategy. Simple as it is, okay guys? So now I'm going to go to OMI. I'm going to show you what's happening in OMI as well and how we had a winning trade. If you guys watched my previous video, OMI had a winning trade and you guys could have made a ton of money as well. So let's get into that right here. All right, so when we get back into OMI, we talked about this wedge. This wedge was really important. We had one touch right here, guys. We had another touch, and we also have another touch. When we look at this, guess what happened? Price came back to the key level, and we talked about this. I broke this down as quickly as I can and showed you guys there was patterns inside patterns inside patterns and why we were super bearish. When I take this vertical line right here, let's put this in right here to the top of this, and we also get our date tool. When we get our date range tool, we go all the way here. We can see that we had 22 days of bearish movement. Guess what? That means there was not a lot of bullish activities. So look at this right here. We did not have a lot of bullish activity there, and we didn't have a lot there as well. So that means the bullish move wasn't really strong enough. It wasn't really showing me confirmation that we were strong to break this wedge. So because we didn't break this wedge, we were looking for selling opportunities. So that's what happened here, guys. We looked for selling opportunities and we made a ton of money. So I'm going to go to the 4 hour. I'm going to show you the pattern that we looked at for this key breakout. Okay, so let's get back into this. So we defined the bigger wedge. That is the bigger pattern. So within the pattern, there's a pattern, and within that pattern, there's another pattern. That's how you find your way to be a scalper versus a swing trader. Swing trader is long term. Scalper is short periods of time, but it's impulsive, right? You're going in, you're going out, you're making a lot of money, and you're getting out of the market. I love that. It's very simple. Okay, so right here, as you guys can see, price came back down, and we had a sideways action. Typically, when we have sideways action, we always have some kind of formation of a pattern or a future pattern pending. So for this purpose, we had a bearish formation right here. This was a bearish flag, and we said when the breakout occurs, like I said, guys, a breakout occurs. What happened right here? Breakout occurred. Once the breakout occurs, look to sell the market, look for great entries. Remember, whatever I say, it's not financial advice. This is my advice. This is the way I like to teach. I'm really good at giving great advice to students and giving you the opportunity to start being your own trader. Be independent. I don't believe in following signal groups or having that perfect indicator. There's no such thing as a holy grail indicator. Anyone that's selling you a holy grail indicator, you're just finding the easy way out. In order for us to live that big luxurious life, we need to put our grown men's shoes or grown women's shoes, right? So we got to start putting ourselves in positions. If you don't put yourself in positions to be successful, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry to say, you're not going to make it. So for this purpose, let's focus on the chart, but keep that in mind. That's one of the most important things to keep in mind, okay? So we had that key breakout. We were seeing structure broke to the downside. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Take this leg right here, and if you guys look at this and we use that for our take profit, roughly we could see this level being hit, which it is beautiful. This is a key level in the market where I'm looking to, find new entries for buying opportunities. Of course, if Bitcoin does go lower and it does break massive levels, then we might break 0.0050 levels. But right now, the way it stands, we're still good to see price going a little bit lower and still have that safety cushion to say, there's still an opportunity to buy more OMI token and see the price go all the way back up. So for that little structural value, that's the way we would have done it. And right here, we also had another formation of an ascending triangle, and this ascending triangle was giving us confirmation. Yes, price should have gone up. But if you were watching the market, you've seen it came from a bearish move. This bearish move was not a coincidence. That means there was a lot of pressure to the downside. Of course, there was a lot of formations happening. We had that key breakout. Now we see price going lower. So a lot of people will say, hey, now, John, thank you for your advice. What do I do next? What do I do next? Typically, what I like to say, what you want to do is sell high and buy low. That's the best advice I could get. Remember, it's not financial advice, but that's the advice that you learn as a beginner trader. You want to sell high and buy low. Why? Your best bang for your buck. But right now, we're not really in anywhere to sell or buy. But the truth be told, let's look left of structure and find our key levels and key zones. So let's do this right here. So let's put this out right here and right there. All right, perfect. So now we just found a key level in the market. That makes sense. So now, as a trader, let's get this bottom one as well, the 50 level. Very important to get the 50 level as well. Let's go like this. Perfect. So now, this is what's going to happen. We found our key levels in the market. Let me get the top one as well. So that's going to be the other one. Now, very simple, guys. This is what I'm going to do. If OMI does do something special, if it does break this wedge, I'm not going to buy here. There's no way I'm going to buy. Why? There's no liquidation in this market here. It's just a small move to the upside. What I'm going to do is if price breaks this level, exactly 0.0065, I'm all in. OMI is going to be my masterpiece. This is going to explode, and we're going to see the tops once again at 0.0080, guys. 80. That's a great expensive move. if you play it out right. Don't be impatient and get into the move right here because it's too small. You don't want that. As a trader, we want to make the most and we want to get the most out of our signals and trade ideas, right? So now for this purpose, if I am buying right here, I'm targeting the top of this wedge. Reasons why is show me once, twice, 3 and 4 times it was resistance. That means that each time it touched, there was high probability price was going to go back down. If you're not taking out profits here, you're just thinking like an investor and you're thinking that the moon is closer than you think, but the moon is a long journey, guys. And this is where a lot of people get distracted. They don't want to learn. They just want to listen to news. They want to listen to fundamentals. They believe, exchanges are coming, MTL, all of these fun stuff, which I love that stuff, guys. And I want that to happen for Ecomi. I wish nothing but the best for Ecomi. But for this time purpose, we shouldn't always think about $10 OMI. We shouldn't think about anything of that nature right now. Let's think about the roadmap in the price structure and see what we're going to get next, right? Let's not overdo it, right? Because as a trader, you don't want to, be attached to this idea of, this is going to change my life. That is giving yourself a chance to get your heart broken. And I don't want you guys to feel like that because there's a lot of traders or investors that will give everything to one token and guess what? It goes sideways and then they look at their lives and say, what did I do next? But they always have a backlash. They think to themselves, what if that did go to $1 million? What if that token did go to $10? Guys, that what if is not really guaranteed. And that's what you need to understand as investors or even people that are looking to trade long term. Keep it simple, and that's all you need to do, okay? So right now, this is going to be a strategy right here. If price does find support, which it is looking like it's finding support, I'll tell you why. We are going to see an impulsive move to the upside. We could see another retest up here to sell the market, and that could be a good structure of value for us to come back down. Great. That's a great trade right there. But if price does break to the bottom side, once again, if it follows Bitcoin breaks, this breaks with the red candle, guess what, guys? We're targeting the bottom bands. That means we're looking for the 0.0050 levels as our final take profit for the sell position. Reasons why we're looking for that, this is such a key level where price can just explode from this key level. Also, this is really important. The wedge, it is big right now, and over time, you guys can see it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That means we're going to get that breakout. So just be patient. OMI and Ecomi and VV, everything is going to be fine. But as an investor / traders, we like to panic. We like to put ourselves in positions to say, oh no, look, price is going here, price is going there. Let's not listen to a lot of influencers that don't know what they're saying. If they know what they're saying and they have information that they could give you and they have been right about their trades or their ideas from a long period of time, then you should follow them. That's the best advice I could say. So there was a trade right here that I wanted to talk to you guys that it was really important. We took a beautiful sell, made a lot of money. If you guys followed my Ecomi videos or my OMI videos and took just educational notes, you guys could have made a ton of money. I know it's not financial advice, which I do like to say because it is not financial advice. This is education. Whatever you guys like to do with your money, it's totally up to you. But remember, the education that I'm putting here, if you guys put your own little twist to it, you can make a huge amount of money every single time. So right here, I'm going to go and show you why it might be smart. We could see price going up for a short period of time. Let's go to the 4 hour right here. Right here in the 4 hour, the reasons why I'm looking for a bullish move for the short term, it's because you know what, there is some price actions that is happening. We do see a green bullish candle engulfing, so this is an engulfing candle. Engulfing candle shows me strength to the upside, which I love to see. This is what you want to see when you see price going up. So look at how cool this is going to be, guys. This is what you need to do. If you're looking for trade entries, a lot of students, there's aggressive traders, there's traders that are patient, whatnot. If you are looking for entries and trades and ideas like that, and you do want to get into the market, let's just say you got into the market here, you want to put your take profit exactly at the bottom of this wedge, this formation. Stop loss, of course, goes a little bit below. Look left of structure. Find a key level that makes sense. When you're looking to take your first profit, look left. This is going to be your level. Reasons why I always tell my students, make sure to look left and find your levels is in case price does hit that, you do make profits, but you don't lose anything, then the price can reverse. That's why it's important to look for your first take profit, because if we do get that reversal, more often than not, we will see our first take profits getting hit. That's why I like to trade these type of patterns or these breakouts or even these retest strategies, because it makes sense to me over the long period of time. Doing this 100 times, guys, you will be profitable more than 80% of the time. It's about how you're going to manage your risk, how you're going to manage your emotions, and how you're going to put it all together at the end of the day. So for this purpose, let's just say we're going to see price going to the top, and that's going to be simple as it is. So the other thing that we need to focus here as well is, we need a key breakout. There is going to be a structural break. Once that does happen, we're going to see price going back up. I don't see it exceeding right now. If Bitcoin does break that all-time level right now, then sure, we're going to see that break to the upside. Then we're going to get confirmation to start buying a lot of OMI tokens. For this purpose, let's put on the RSI just to show you some cool stuff right here. So the RSI, once again, is showing me a divergence. Price is going lower. And right here, as you guys can see, the exact same point, price is going slightly higher. So that is a bullish divergence. Once again, bullish divergence means, guess what, guys? Price is going up. Yes, I've already entered a little short position to the upside. So when I say short, just a little amount, I did buy into OMI at this very level, and I'm looking for a slight move to the upside. I am tracking this overnight. If I do see reversal candles, if I do see price getting rejected around 0.0060, then I'm looking to short once again. But my true short is going to be when price breaks this structure, exactly 0.0057, to look for 0.0050 levels. So that's the way to do it. The other thing is, if price does go back up to this key level, which it did already once, we shorted that market, right, guys? We had this beautiful formation right here, this triangle, ascending triangle. We shorted the market, and look at the profit that you guys could have made. A huge, tremendous amount. Let's just go from here. That's 11%. 11%, that's a huge amount. So the same thing can happen here. If price does get rejected and we do see a lot of wicks just like this, we're going to look to short the market once again. There's a lot of ways to find your perfect trade entry. Guys, there's a lot of things you need to learn before you can get into the markets and get your fingers dirty. You need to know candlesticks. You need to know price action. You need to study this like this is all you know. You need to breathe this like this is the only air that you breathe, all right? So once you do that, everything is going to fit in, okay? Just to recap, we are in the structural wedge. We are seeing price going lower. I identified 3 structures that you guys should draw into your charts right now. 0.0050. We should also draw in 0.0057, and we should draw 0.0065. Those are our key levels. If it breaks this level, we're looking to buy. If it breaks below this, we're looking to sell. If it finds key levels of retest, we're looking to buy, and we're not going to continue with the buy until both of these levels are broken. Once it reaches the top of this wedge, look to sell. Reasons why: we're capitalizing on our gains. Taking profits do not make you poor. What makes you poor is keeping an investment, believing it's going to go somewhere, and guess what? It dumps on you and you end up with zero. That's what's going to make you poor. If you take profits, it's not going to make you poor. Remember, drill that into the back of your head. That's the way to be a successful trader. Last but not least, if it does break this, we are looking to sell, but we're not selling dramatically. The place that we're looking to sell really dramatically that makes the most sense is going to be the bottom of this right here. This zone, 0.0050. Once that is broken, this is where we see collapse in price and price going down really, really rapidly. So guys, please make sure to focus on Bitcoin. I do want to make more updates and quicker updates when Bitcoin and OMI make their price action, but this is why I try to teach you everything. In case I could not come onto the computer and give you an update, at least you have this formation, you have this cheat sheet, and you understand, okay, he said buy here. When it breaks, it makes sense. If it's right now, price is here, it's retesting structure, show me a divergence, a bullish divergence. We can look to buy, we can take some profits off the wedge, keep it simple, keep it fun, and that's what I like to do. Other than that, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Take it easy, and John out. Peace!